What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update, daily news, what's going on in our country, what's going on in Washington, D.C., and pretty much everything you need to know about what's going on with the next stimulus package, the $3.5 trillion stimulus package, which will be the largest stimulus package ever yet to date. And they're working on that in the House of Representatives, voting on it here today in the initial voting stage process. I'm going to let you guys know what happened here today. A major part of this next stimulus package. We're going to be hearing from it on the U.S. House of Representatives floor. I'm going to explain to you guys what this vote means, what happens next, and everything after this process, because what happens after this process is really the more important part of this entire next stage. Okay, so yeah, if you're new to the channel, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe down below, because things are really going to be heating up here in this next process of the $3.5 trillion stimulus package, which is the largest stimulus package ever. Okay, the third stimulus check package was only $1.9 trillion, and this one will be $3.5 trillion. So kind of what happens next will be determining what will be in this $3.5 trillion stimulus package. Yeah. Also, I want to let you know we just launched, based on popular demand, a YouTube channel for my son, Julian, my 3-year-old son, Julian, his own YouTube channel called Julian's Adventures. So I will be putting a link down below in the description of this video. He will be appearing at the end of this video as a special guest appearance, and we'll let you guys know about his own little kids YouTube channel that we will be doing, and give you the details on that at the end of this video. So finish watching the stimulus video, because we have major breaking news and voting, and then you'll get to hear about that at the end of this video. So let's jump right in. Okay, so the House of Representatives had a vote for the $3.5 trillion stimulus package. Let me show you the vote, then I'll explain what this vote means, and I'll read you an article about this, and we'll explain what happens next for the $3.5 trillion stimulus package. What happens next is the most important part. Here's the vote on the House of Representatives floor.
On this vote, the yeas are 220, the nays are 212. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
Okay, so as you can see here, the initial vote of the $3.5 trillion stimulus package passed here today in the U.S. House of Representatives. So let me explain to you a little bit what this means, what will be going forward, and then I'll show you guys an article here explaining what this means and also what will be happening forward. So number one, this was a very, very important vote. This is a vote to proceed on the $3.5 trillion stimulus package. But if you've been watching the channel and following along, you'll know that this was actually a very important vote, even though it's a vote to proceed. This is not the final vote, but it was a very, very important vote, because the Democrats were battling among themselves. The moderate Democrats, which are kind of a little bit more Republican-leaning Democrats in the House, we have those in the House and the Senate, versus the more progressive-leaning Democrats, which are the more left-leaning Democrats, okay? The more moderate-leaning Democrats wanted to vote to pass the physical infrastructure bill first, okay? And we had 9 or 10 of them that were basically threatening to vote no, to not pass the stimulus package first, okay? And basically, they had to negotiate with them to do this, okay? And they only had 3 votes to spare. So we had 9 or 10 of them threatening to not do this, and they wouldn't have been able to pass this vote to proceed without this. So this was a very, very crucial vote, and they basically had to negotiate with them. They were on the House floor until after midnight last night and all day today negotiating with their own Democrats doing this. And I kind of discussed this with you guys. Imagine 220 Democrats or even 220 just people and trying to get all of them to agree on anything. Just try to get anybody to agree on what to eat for lunch. Imagine trying to get anybody to just agree on eating pepperoni pizza for lunch, and you get 50 people to say, oh no, I don't like pepperoni. And well, that's what they had to do. So they finally got all the 9 or 10 Democrats, moderate Democrats, to agree that they will be voting and moving forward with the $3.5 trillion stimulus package first before the bipartisan infrastructure package. This is very, very important because remember, the bipartisan infrastructure package is fully passed in the Senate, and these moderate Democrats wanted to just pass it in the House and get it done and out of the way and send it to the president's desk to just get done, because that will provide billions and billions and billions of dollars to each state and will provide tens or hundreds of thousands of jobs in each state as well. Okay, it'll probably provide millions of jobs for the entire country over the course of the next 8 years, the physical infrastructure plan. Okay. But nonetheless, that is going to have to wait until after the $3.5 trillion stimulus package is done and over with. Now, at least according to the current vote that just passed here today. Here's a little bit more details. House Democrats on Tuesday rallied behind a new strategy to advance President Biden's economic agenda shortly after Speaker Nancy Pelosi struck a deal with a small group of moderate Democrats that were threatening to blow up the leadership's carefully laid plans to pass trillions of dollars in federal spending, aka the next stimulus package. The House voted 220 to 212 strictly along party lines. Basically, all the Democrats voted yes, and all the Republicans, 212, voted no, to adopt a rule that allows Democrats to immediately begin working on the $3.5 trillion social benefits plan, aka the next stimulus package. The rule also requires the lower chamber to take up the Senate passed bipartisan infrastructure bill by September 27th. So note that is that this rule requires the lower chamber to take up the physical infrastructure bill by September 27th. So that's the other bill. The physical infrastructure bill must be taken up by September 27th. So remember that the stimulus package is first. So this rule that they just passed here today, this first vote, says that the stimulus package has to come first, and that the infrastructure bill, the physical infrastructure bill, has to be taken up by September 27th. I don't know if that's a hard line rule. They could maybe extend that. Again, that's the package that will come second. The stimulus package is coming first because, again, that's what they just voted on here today. In addition, the rule clears the way for the House to vote later Tuesday, today, on legislation that would restore the portion of the 1965 Voting Rights Act that required localities with histories of voter suppression to get federal clearance before making changes to election laws. House Budget Committee Chairman John Yarmuth said that writing the legislative text or the bill, which really could be coming next, for some components of the $3.5 trillion spending plan, such as making changes to Medicare benefits, extra Medicare benefits that are going to be in this package, such as hearing, dental, dentures, hearing aids, and lowering the Medicare eligibility age possibly to age 60, quote, will be relatively easy to do since those programs already exist for seniors. Again, Senator Bernie Sanders says the majority of seniors do not have these benefits. But policy goals such as creating new universal child care programs will be much more challenging to craft because, quote, you have nothing structurally to implement it. So those are going to be much more difficult to do. Remember, this next stimulus package is going to have all sorts of different things in there, and is likely going to be thousands of different pages. So I believe now is the time where they are going to be crafting the actual bill for the $3.5 trillion package. And now is the time, again, I've been saying this, but now is actually really the crucial point where you need to be calling, emailing, tweeting your senators and reminding them of the support, and that they really need to include as much money and checks, and that they're the ones that have said repeatedly that you can see the headlines. We've shown them so many times on this channel that so many of these Democratic lawmakers are in support of direct payments to the people, aka fourth stimulus checks, as well as an extension of the child tax credits and adult tax credits in this next package. So we're now going to be finding out here relatively soon what will be in this next stimulus package that the House of Representatives will be crafting for this next stimulus package. The child tax credits, the adult tax credits, and possibly a fourth stimulus check. Now, remember that really an adult tax credit and a child tax credit can kind of be the same thing. We're going to find out here when they craft that. And this kind of list that I have here on the screen kind of shows all the things that they have been discussing to put in this next stimulus package. The items here in green at the top, 1, 2, 3, 4 up here, are the items that have recently been passed. They have passed $8.8 billion in student loans that have been forgiven, mostly for people with disabilities and people that have had their schools close on them, or their school has defrauded them, or people with permanent disabilities. Again, if you think you might qualify under those, just go to go to Google and type in student loan forgiveness and go to the official student loan forgiveness page of the government, and you can see if you qualify. Again, we just had the 25% permanent increase to SNAP that goes into effect on October 1st. That is a permanent increase, 25% increase going forward forever. The eviction moratorium has been extended until October 3rd, and the federal student loan payment pause goes until January 31st for anybody with federal student loans. All of those have been recently passed even without this next stimulus package. Those are all basically stimulus provisions or stimulus programs that help millions of people. But of course, all these other items in black are going to be in the next stimulus package, the $3.5 trillion package. Maybe I should say, maybe I said that wrong. They're not all going to be in there, but they're all being considered to be in there. They have recently said that unemployment benefits will not be continued on the federal level, but that states can continue them on their own if they want to. But the government said that the federal unemployment boost money, the $300 per week, will not continue. September 6th, they will end the bonus money. Of course, regular unemployment on the state level will always continue. Regular unemployment is just a regular state by state program that, of course, will continue. But the bonus money of $300 per week, states can continue that if they want to. If you have a Republican governor, don't count on that. But some Democratic state-run governors could continue that and use their stimulus money if they want to. Okay. Now, all these other items are being considered to be in this next stimulus package, and we're going to be finding those out here in the next few days as they craft this next bill. Remember, the motion that was passed here, the vote that was passed, is a motion to proceed on the stimulus package ahead of the infrastructure package. So that's a very crucial vote, and they're going to be now crafting the bill in the House of Representatives. So it's a very, very good vote, actually. So I will keep you up to date with everything here on the channel.
Hello, everybody.
Tell them what your name is.
Julian.
Julian. Yeah. And listen, Tell them what your YouTube channel name is.
Julian Harris.
Julian's Adventures.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
So we started Julian his own little YouTube channel because we've had so many people ask for it, named Julian's Adventures. So we'll put a link down for you guys. I'll link you to it actually at the end of this video, which will be in like a minute or so. I'll put a link for you guys in the comments and in the description. Yeah, don't click anything, buddy. You'll end the video. But yeah, so we'll link you to that here in a minute. Make sure to subscribe, click the bell icon so you get notifications. Some videos might have comments turned off in the future because I'll be playing around with the algorithm. I'll mark some videos as made for kids videos, so some videos may not have comments. So just keep that in mind. What do you think about that, buddy? Yeah, our first video is Julian's Adventures at the Zoo.
Ooh.
Yeah, so if you guys have any kids, make sure to have your kids watch and have, if your kids have YouTube accounts with their phones or iPads, make sure your kids subscribe. So we're not gonna do videos very often. I don't know, maybe once a week or so. I'll let you guys know when we're doing new videos or put the bell icon on. I don't know if the bell icon's gonna work all the time on a kid's channel, so just keep that in mind. But what do you think, buddy? Yeah, Julian's Adventures. Yeah.
Julian's Adventures.
So say thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Say we love
We
you.
love you.
And say we'll see you in the next video.
We see you in next video.
Good job, buddy.
Now can go sweet.
Now you can go get some sweets.
Yeah.
What kind of sweets do you want?
Gummies.
Gummies?
Yeah.
I want some sweets too.
I want some gummies 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 too.
Not me.
I want some gummies too. All right, say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So again, thanks for watching. I'll put a link to Julian's Adventures, Julian's new YouTube channel down below in the pinned comment, as well in the description of this video. New videos will be maybe once a week or so, no planned time or anything like that. Make sure to subscribe to his new channel, click the bell icon so you do get notifications when they'll go live. But again, it's going to be a kids channel, so notifications might not really go out when new videos go live. So again, just subscribe and click the bell icon, and I don't know, we'll just have to see how that goes. I've never had a kids channel before, but we'll see how they go. So yeah, you can click this top video to watch my newest stimulus check video, and this video will be Julian's Adventures video right here. So you can click on that to watch that. I think I can link it right here. So if it's right there, then you can just click that right there to watch it next. So thanks, guys, and we will see you in the next video.